We are here. We are running the Reddit weekly for the last week of October in November. And it has been a hot minute since I've run one of these. I decided to get back into it. Hopefully everybody's doing well out there. Still reeling from the seed that Emok and I ran yesterday. The doors and more doors. But it was fun. There's just a lot. Almost, it was a little over 4 hours of goodies. But just want to check the hash before we get going here. Big Key Book, Big Key Boots, Hookshot. That's it. October week 5. All right. Cool. All right. I think we're ready to kick this off. We're going to have some fun, I hope. All right, let's get going. 3, 2, 1, now. Bombos chilling in my house. Alright, red crystal at Eastern. Hera is green pendant. Oh, we want that. Take that too. Bombs, I like that. $5, that's fine. Bombs are good though. We like bombs. Wild day in the NFL today. At least, no, there's a couple of upsets. The biggest one is Carolina beat Green Bay in Green Bay as, I think, 2 touchdown underdogs. They won on a last-second field goal. Ugh, gross. No thank you, Bush Crab. $100. That's fine. We'll leave that there. But my Patriots won. They're 7-2, I think they are. First place in the division. Well, tied with Buffalo, who, well, assuming Buffalo holds on to win, they're beating Kansas City by a couple of scores in the 4th quarter, so they should hold on and win. Take that. But wild game between not Detroit, Chicago and Cincinnati. Ooh, I like the fire. A lot of points in that one. Oh, thank you, bombs. 7 bombs ought to be enough. I'm sure we'll find more eventually. Alright, Blind Hut, what do you got? bottle's good. Bottle with a fairy, fine. What's up? Glove, like that. We like that. With that glove, back of escape could be something. That's not going to get it. Didn't throw it far enough. Didn't throw it far enough. The red meringue. Oh, both boomerangs. Under 5 minutes. Both in the village. More bombs, that's cool. And arrows hidden behind chickens. Alright, we can check that bottle. The sick kid, see what he's gonna give us. Well, the Raiders just scored. They just went up on Jacksonville. They're up by 3. I wonder who scored that. Bowers caught a touchdown pass, it looks like. He's been injured, so it's nice to get him back if you're a Vegas fan. Alright, we're not worried about that. The early fire rod's good. Alright. That piece of heart's gonna stay there. Alright, so let's go to back of escape. Actually, that fire rod puts the rest of escape in logic. I mean, you could do it with bombs, but I'd rather not. Another bottle, the key, and 20 bucks. Alright, so this is a pretty good chance there's something in Dark Cross. We're not going to get it yet. Excuse me? Smoke better. Alright, what's here? The wavy coin. Wait, in the house. Oh, in the dam, I guess. Bombo in the house. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Actually, let's go this way. So hammer and gloves. So we're Moon Pearl away from Dark World access. Oh, stupid. Bad. There we go. I don't trust myself hitting them with the hammer. Oh, sank heart. Oh, and the glitchy glitch. Those are good items early. Don't hate that. I'm mildly curious what the stun prize is. It's arts. Fine. Could fake flipper, but I don't really want to without the moon pearl. Okay. So I think after this, we go over to Eastern Saha. We can sequence break Death Mountain. We could go over to Begina, but we could also do escape. Actually, you know what? Let's do escape. That hammer makes it kind of nice. After this, we can go over to Saha Eastern. I'd love to pull a bow. Or a book. Book gets us into desert. And if there's not an item on the torch, we can clear it. I wouldn't hate that. Probably gonna have to death warp out of here to check. Dark Cross. But I can stun the guard with the boomerang, that's not gonna be too bad. Alright, so there definitely is an item in Dark Cross, now that we've seen the map. We want to stun this guard so that way he can kill us later. Make a hit or two here. Just to make it easier. No, this guy can kill us, please. I forgot about the berry. That's on me. That's on me. Okay. There we go. Oh, that's fine. Oh, Chiefs just scored to make it a one-score game. Well, not just scored, but they scored to make it a one-score game. So they're down by 7, which means I think they went for 2 and got it. I think they were down 28-13. We gotta try to navigate this. Okay, that's that. Just I want to be able to see where I'm going here. This one. Ooh. I glad we did that. Moon Pearl hiding in dark rocks. Okay, that's spicy. Rams won easily over the Saints. Hold on, what do we got? TR pendant, Skull Woods pendant, and Thieves is our other 5-6. Okay. Good enough. Would love a sword. There it is. There it is. So, Thieves Town looking really tasty right now. Like, extremely tasty. Full clearable red crystal. We're gonna do these couple of checks here and then just go right to it. Stumpy and Big Game out the way. We have all the money we're gonna need probably for the entire seed. Unless we find myths or a mirror here. We're gonna save quit, and we're gonna go right into the Village of Outcasts. But for now, I actually feel pretty good about skipping Saha and Eastern. Grab it. We can also full clear Skull Woods, but I'm less concerned about that. After we do Thieves Town, if we still don't have anything, we can go check that out. There's a chance we might not need the Ice Rod. Pretty good chance, actually. We are going to need a bow, the hook shot. Potentially ether, lamp. Flute. Mirror. Flippers. So this is a good amount of stuff we need. Not sure how that hit, but it hit. Stun prizes parts. It's actually not the worst. At least as of now. Right, there's another sword. That's good. That's good. We like that. There's another sword. Okay. Are we gonna have the last sword in Sea House here? Nope. It's $20 for an even 1,000 rupees. Alright, so we can full clear this. Tempered Sword, under 20 minutes. That's really good. Ooh, that almost hit me, I think. A third bottle. And a third item. So 3 item front of thieves. That doesn't happen often either. What are we on? 8 hearts, green mail. We just got a fairy back, so we should be in pretty good shape. Kill them both in one shot. Pretty clean Hellway. We had a good pattern there. Lined up nice for us. These guys are on the bomb pack. I don't hate that. Compass there, so we still haven't seen the small key. As long as it's not in the next chest by blind, we won't need to check the big chest. Save us a little bit of time there. As it stands right now, we might need to make a dip into Skullwoods. Unless the last item is a bow in here. Or a flute. Flute really doesn't get me anywhere. Right, it's the small one. That's fine. Have the hammer, we can check it. Of course. So unless bow or maybe book. But even then, book. I mean, it gets us into desert. Current affairs are shocking. Of course they are. Off script. It's fine. That's fine. What do we got? Last item, $50. All right, let's go up into this. Love it. Sorry, I was pausing for that awesome music. Let's go up into Skullwood. We'll take a quick stop at Bumper Ledge just to see what's there. Otherwise, it's Saha Eastern, Pyramid Pod, Catfish, 10X. No thank you there. Pod we can do, in theory, do a decent amount. Right, the hope is we just find an item quick. Like a good item. That also works. Suppose. Not that one. Of course, it is possible that both the items are in the back. It's kind of looking that way. Alright, so let's see if we can do this. Okay. Ooh, baby, let's do it. Fine. Alright, I'm gonna keep going through here. See if we can't find that second item. But those are good to have. That means once we get into desert, we can guaranteed beat it. Alright, that's okay. So perfect. It couldn't have worked out better. Right to desert. I know I have bonk rocks, but being able to open up desert kind of worked out. We can check a Gina here too. We can check the lead. So we got 4 more items we can potentially get here. Alright, 0 for 1. That one kind of stinks. Let's get rid of that. Kind of don't hate my routing, at least as of now. But we'll see. If there's something good at Saha, like if there's a bow there that I could have had, then that'll feel kind of bad, but outside of that. Alright, that's both items. We just need that big key, which has got to be on the torch. And then we can go right to the boss. It'll be another crystal. We didn't get anything good from it, though. So the question is, where do we want to go next? I'm thinking Eastern and Saha. We'll check Bonk Rocks, actually, first, and then probably Eastern and Saha, just because it's Sphere 0. There's probably a better chance of something being there than in pod. I think. That's my reasoning anyways. We'll kill Moldorm, we'll check Agina, and then go do Bonk Rocks. It's fine. The news about the remake of the original Halo game coming out next year. Got me fired up with some Halo. $11.11 rupees. Make a wish. Wish there was a bow right here. Oh. Alright. Quick check on Bonk Rocks. And then Saha Eastern. Probably the play. If not there, then Pod, Pyramid, Catfish. Okay, hold on. Hang on. Now we have King's Tomb. Doesn't really change too much, though, as far as what we can do. I mean, obviously it's good to have. So, Pendant Thieves had the book that got you into the desert, and the boots, which got you the mitts. So absolutely required. Definitely one of them. Potentially both of them, depending on where the flute and mirror are. I don't even need to do this. I am gonna dive Eastern. Oh, alright. Yeah, so obviously best case scenario, bow. I wouldn't hate lamp. Lamp's not super necessary though. Nice to have, but I could probably get by without it. What dark rooms? Mire. What other dark room? Pod. I can do pod in the dark, especially with Fire Rod. It's just the maze that's a little tricky. What are the dark rooms? think it's just, I mean, Eastern. And Old Man Rescue, but not worried about that. It's really just Mire and Pod that are the issues. Alright, that is the first item. Alright, so there's no more logical checks here. But I am going to check this. Go. Easy enough. So after this, I mean, we've got okay. Do I want to go right into Pod? Okay, we could sequence break Death Mountain. I mean, there's a chance that we're bull locked out of Pod too. We don't have a potion to glitch it. Probably isn't the smartest play, but if not, we can go to Pyramid and then Catfish. You can probably do that anyways, but good news is if we do find a bow here, we can finish this and then finish Eastern and just knock everything out. Also, a chance that we're bow locked, so we'll figure. Not bow locked. That's exciting. We can do some stuff here. One of these is bound to be a key, right? Doesn't have to be, but yeah, I think the odds are better than not. They are, or one of them anyways. Okay, so we can go further in this dungeon. Okay. Okay. So that changes things. Bow and Pod, we believe in the power of Pod. Unbelievable. Can't make this stuff up. And the flippers. Oh man. Alright, we're just gonna go. Did we get the big key? We didn't get the big key, so we can't. Okay. had half a mind to beat Helma and then come back, but without the big key, we can't do that. So that's on hold. Now, if we find the lamp in one of these checks, be hilarious. Unbelievable. I literally can't believe it. So the first three items we got in here were a bow, flippers, and lamps. All three items required. That is ridiculous. So only one item left. Alright, the big key's gotta be in this maze somewhere. Alright, so the big key's in the next chest. Because we have not seen that yet. It's gotta be right here. Alright, and that's our last item. So, pod, pretty good. Bow, flips, and lamp in pod. So clearly, when I said that there was something in Eastern, I meant pod, obviously. I think that's pretty clear. So Death Mountain is open to us, with the exception of why can't I think of it? Hookshot Cave. The top three chests. Compact ledge. Alright, so there's still an item in Eastern on Armos Knights. Must have been a poke and not a spin when I hit him the first time. Let's see the map. Yep. What do we still need? Hookshot and flute? I think that's it. We can go to Death Mountain. We can do ice. I don't know if it's in logic without the hook shot, but we can glitch it. don't need the hook shot if we're willing to take a little bit of damage. And that'll be crystal 5 if we do it. So then it's just Mire, which we need the flute for, and Swamp, which we need the hook shot to clear. We can get in to Mire right now. Do I want to? No. But I mean, not Mire. We can get into Swamp right now. But I definitely do not want to. There's so many other places to check that it's got pretty low priority. Alright, I need to figure out where I'm going to go next. Okay, that opens up Magic Bat, so a lot of Smith Chain. We have a lot of stuff open right now. Red Bomb's open. Tell you what. Let's do Red Bomb into Pyramid quickly and Catfish. And then Death Mountain. Actually, I kind of want to do Ice, but we'll do this stuff first. And then we can actually mirror from Catfish and go down into Ice. I like that play, actually. Accidental win. We'll take it. Whatever. Not much there. Tell you what. Grab another one. Let's grab a potion just in case, because Ice Palace can be a little tricky. So we can mirror here, take the portal, and pop out right at Ice Palace. We have the 2 flippers checks down there we can do, as well as the flippers checks up here. Don't forget about those, please. Thank you. I mean, it's kind of a low % chance that anything's here, but Still gotta check it. Not there. Probably getting scammed by the fish, but might as well check it. Yeah. Alright, I actually want to go down. I'm not going to grab the item, but I think this is quicker if we're going to Ice Palace than save quitting. Save when quitting. Come on, get in the portal. There we go. Thank you. Quickly check what's on the island. Nothing we need to worry about. We can check Man Under the Bridge after this. Hello. So, if one of the two items I need is here, it's probably the flute. I'm guessing that at least one of them. I'm guessing flute is going to be on Death Mountain. And then Hookshot's going to be in mine. That's my guess. Do not switch. We did find the big key, which is nice. That was a big key, yes. Hey, what's up, Zax? Thank you for the good luck. How are you doing? That's item number 2. Kind of bored? I hear that. I hear that. Alright, item number 3. We're done in here. Do have to go. Oh no, I don't need to get that key. I have a key already. Look at that. Yeah, I've dabbled in some cross key stuff. It's not bad, but I have a hard time keeping the connectors straight, as evidenced by what Emok and I did yesterday. I decided today was going to be relatively easy, just straight open mode. That. 5 crystals. Go check our friend under the bridge, and then we can actually finally make our way up to Death Mountain, which we haven't touched. Yeah, this seed, I don't know how long you've been watching Zax, but pod, I went into it with no bow, and the bow was in there along with the lamp. I could just save it. Pod had bow, lamp, and flippers, which kind of busted the seed open a little bit. But as far as I understand, I think I just need flute and hookshot for go mode. Yeah, I went into pod hoping that I wasn't bow locked and ended up walking out of there with everything I needed to beat it. I think I can just keep that mirror. That's funny because I had gone into Eastern previously and I sequence broke the lamp. It was in the big key chest. I mean, I sequence broke the mirror, which was in the big key chest, and then mirrored out, went down, ended up going into pod to find everything that I needed, at least for that area of the world. What else? Early Fire Rod, that was in, I think, the Lost Woods drop down, but that Moon Pearl was in Dark Cross. Which actually got relatively early, for me anyways. I usually put escape off for a long time. Today I didn't, and it kind of paid off. Do I want to dip Green Pendant Hera? Yeah, and Fire Rod required to get it because you couldn't get into pod without that pearl. Emok, what is going on? It's actually going relatively okay. I'm already at 5 crystals. This is my first time up to Death Mountain. At whatever, 56, 55 minutes. As far as I know, I think I just need hookshot and... I shouldn't have done that. They just need hookshot and flute for go mode. But I've already got 5 crystals. I have Thieves Town, pod, which was loaded, as you know. I think you ran this morning. But Thieves Town, I got both good items out of Skullwoods. Skullwoods, Pendant Skullwoods had boots and book, which got me into Desert. Desert didn't have anything. Yeah, I probably should. I think I've wrong ordered this. I think I've done the wrong thing twice here already, so. But yeah, so far so good. It just, everything's open, so now it's a question of, oh, there's one. Alright, so that opens up Swamp, actually. Alright, we're in go. Oh, you walked, yeah, the Bills hang on? Last I saw it was a 1-score. Actually, I don't know if I'm in go mode. I might need ether. Let me finish clearing out Death Mountain anyways. Yeah, last I saw it was 28-21 Bills in the 4th quarter at some point, so. For your sake, I hope they hung on. As a Patriots fan, I kind of hope they didn't, but I have a very hard time rooting for Kansas City, so. 28-21 final. All right, hey, win's a win. All right. I'm gonna check Hookshot Cave and then activate the flute and go right to Mire and see exactly what I need. Unless we find Ether, in which case... Alright, I'm glad I did that. That's kind of nice. Yeah. Don't need it, but... I might as well grab this. Probably not necessary, but... we'll grab the mail upgrade. Alright. Activate the flute. Pray to God we don't need Ether. That'll be sub-hour go mode, which is cool. Yeah, if this is go mode, this has been a pretty good seed. I think I routed everything more or less the way I needed to, which means that like Kirby or somebody who runs for this is gonna end up with like finishing now. But a couple of trolley spots, like that Moon Pearl is pretty trolly in Dark Cross. Pendant Skullwoods having 2 required items. It's, of course, it's Ether. Damn it. I mean, I wish I could, yeah, in the middle finger, just to emphasize it. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but I was just hoping. Alright, so I should probably do Swamp. Yeah, we're on an Ether hunt. I guess we do Swamp and hope for the best. I haven't touched the Smith chain yet. I'm trying to think of where else I can go. Pendant Hera, I haven't touched. Bagel, what's going on? Just running the weekly Reddit seed, so if you haven't run it, spoiler warning. Did a few days ago. All right, yeah, I haven't looked, so I have no idea who's run it, who hasn't. I am on an Ether hunt, thanks to Misery Mire needing Ether. Yeah, so TR I could go into. Pretty sure that was Bombos. Yeah, I did this. I don't even open the thread anymore. I get it. I get the seed, and then I just shut it. This has been a pretty good one outside of this lovely, lovely ether hunt. Really hoping it's in here somewhere. But we'll see. Alright. I think that was map and compass, so left side is going to have at least one item, potentially two, or the big cube leads to an item. But this will be crystal number 6 anyways. Give me ether, let's go. Be nice. Not so much. Alright, so there's 2 items. I gotta go back and check. And then there's a Smith chain stuff, ether tablet. And then 2 pendant dungeons up on Death Mountain. None of it seems good, but gotta find it. Oh, wait. Don't be a doofus. Hit the switch. Yeah, I mean, the ones that we do, like this one, they're just open seeds. They call them casual competition seeds. It's just kind of like an entryway into the game. So, I mean, compared to cross keys, it's pretty basic settings, but they're fun. Kind of a good way to decompress a little bit. Alright, that's all the items. So the big key is locked inside the big chest. Oh wow, I didn't realize that game went to overtime. I saw it was somebody was up 3. I think the Raiders were up 3. That's kind of a crazy finish. That's a crazy finish. Because, I mean, the other game, like the Rams game, was a blowout, pretty much. Like, that thing was over in the first half. Yeah, multi-worlds are fun. I mean, they don't have to be the same settings that Emok and I ran yesterday, but we can do some kind of thing. Sure, Emok could be down. I don't know if Bagel would be, but could be fun. It's been a while since I've done an actual multi-world. No, those settings absolutely not multi-world friendly. You're right about that. I think you can do them async. It just like when you log in to the seed, you just anything that anybody gathered while you're away just shows up in your inventory. Yeah, they don't have to be insane settings. Like, the most insane that I would probably do would be some kind of cross keys, but that's a lot. Like, I think, like Emok said, open key sanity is probably what I would do if we were going to do that. But obviously, if you want your own settings, you can use your own settings. Alright, so after this, we gotta go up to Death Mountain and look for Ether. Check that. Alright, so let's go do just Hera quick. That'll be relatively quick to go through. Hope. It's in Hera, and I skipped Hera the first time I was up here. It's gonna feel a little bad, but yeah, I mean, unless you like, I think it was Zach said, if you could do something in 3 hours or less, ideally. For a multi-world, that's probably about right. Oh wait, no, that's not the way I want to go. Alright, so we did find an item. We did find the big key. Alright, that's our second item. But I am going to beat it because it's green pendant. I also haven't checked the head yet either, so... Yeah, I mean, I'm open to trying different settings, depending on how that all shakes out. But I would definitely be down to do some kind of multi-world at some point. Do I do Spike Cave? I might as well do Spike Cave now, since I'm here, and then go over to TR. Favorite check in the game. Yeah, that sounds about right. Zax, I cannot imagine. I don't want to imagine that. So thanks for putting that in my head. Yeah, Emot gift. Yes, I refuse. Absolutely refuse. That sounds terrible. I feel like we would all end up hating each other pretty quickly if that was the case. If we had that link death active. I think this was Bombos, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. What? I'm not even sure what Bonk Shuffle is. What is Bonk Shuffle? Oh, okay. That I should have guessed that actually, but that makes sense. That'd be interesting. Astro Silver's on a tree to beat Aga to get Moon. Oh, Jesus. That sounds terrible. That sounds awful. I hate it. Would probably try. Where are you, Ethan? Come on. I'm pretty sure the pull trees are different. Light World to Light World 1 versus Light World 2, but I don't know about the bond. Oh, I have the mirror. What am I doing? Yeah, I ran an Overworld Tile Shuffle seed offline last week, maybe, and it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. Just keeping track of Light World, Dark World stuff. It's definitely worth a try. Definitely worth a try. Yeah, there we go. If either's on Ped, Oh boy. That is still a possibility. Because the only other locations we haven't checked are Graveyard Ledge and uh, what's it called? Why is that still lit up? Did I not check Super Bunny? I don't think I checked Super Bunny. I gotta check that after this. If it's in Super Bunny and I went through all this for nothing, I'm gonna be very upset with myself. That would be an epic, epic mistake. Because I never checked Super Bunny. So now I really hope it's in here. Perfect. Alright, so not checking Super Bunny. No penalty. Now we're just on a big heath in Maya. Ah, damn it. I wanted a bird toss. Alright, that could have been worse. I almost last location. Not quite, but almost. Just a kind, nice and early big key would be beautiful. That's not it. Also not it. Do I still have that blue potion? I do. Okay. Good. Good, good, good. Right. Fire bar. Or fire snake in the way. Not that I would be able to pull off that rail clip anyways. I haven't practiced it, but so it is in cutscene chest. Awesome. That's true, Zach. We're checking everything out. Well, not the big chest, but we checked everything else. I take solace in the fact that everybody had to do it. Hopefully I set Spooky Action up correctly. Because it says October week 5, so it's technically the Halloween seed. So we're going to try to use Spooky Action here. Booyah. Very fitting, very spooky. Very spooky. Very silvery. Alright, we are off to GT. So I didn't climb Death Mountain until, I think, just under an hour? Just over an hour? Right around an hour. And I'll climb it 3 times in the next 30 minutes. Alright. How good is this big key gonna be? With a kind big key, we might be able to sub 140 this. Thanks. I hate it. Aka sub 140. Instantly fail. Hey, there we go. Sorry, Super Bunny. Forgot about you, but I didn't need you. Yeah, so we basically almost cleared every dungeon. It was fun. We don't know what's on Ped. We didn't do Graveyard Ledge. We didn't do Green Pendant Turn-In. We got the Shovel in TR, which we haven't checked. And those 2 checks in Super Bunny, I think is it. Alright, that's 1. There. Oh, thank God. Bug net. 2 through 5, nothing. It was in Hope Room. How fun. 18 arrows with silvers should be enough. That's true, it was 6. I always guess 6. I didn't even realize that. Come on, just... there we go. That first Mimic Room, I need to be a little better. That is my number, that's what I guess. Almost always. Unless somebody gets a 6 ahead of me and then I get something else. But it is my GT number. It's been so long since I've done a climb of GT. Oh, you played nice. I like you. See if we can do this here. Sure. I couldn't have gone worse. This fight might be the worst. Actually, not mine. No, might be. It is. It is the worst. That could not have been. Could not have been worse. All right, good luck, Zax. Appreciate you stopping in. I wonder where the last sword is. It was worth a check. We're gonna validate? Damn right we're gonna validate. $12 silvers. I got a double thing this. I think that was a double. I think two of them hit at the same time. I screwed that one. Alright, so 2201. 1. Alright. Tempered swords, silvers. I have some extra magic. I have 1 blue potion, 2 fairies, and a red potion. I'm hoping I use none of them. Well, we might have to use the magic, eventually, depending on how much I have to use the cape. Six. That's 13. Perfect. Perfect, alright. Oh no, silver, my one true weakness. I might be able to get the glitch. Oh yeah, I think I used all my magic to do it though. Let's see. Oh, good. Here somewhere. Oh, it'll help if you shot your sword, swing your sword the right way, but that'll do it. Just over 137 real time, so probably high 135s in game time. Alright, we're in. Outside of the Ether Hunt, that was pretty good. Can't complain about that. Thank you for the GGs, Emok. Alright, let's load up. See how everybody did. Let's see. First time, there's a 129. Sounds about right. The 207, a 135, 38. I'm going to be right around that time. I'm going to be right there. Bagel pulled in a 133. Nicely done. 139 from Doggy Dolphy. I'm a little surprised by that.
Analyzing.
Ether Hunt must have got a 142. Is a 220, a 151, a 144. Kirby, what are you pulling in? A 124, of course. Speed that up a little. Let's see, a 119. Who the heck? 119. Nicely done by you. 138 from Skeptic Canary. And Emok, 144 for you. Your first bow was Hookshot Cave. Yeah. I kind of got lucky that I dipped Pod and grabbed everything that I needed to beat Pod. Trying to think. So I found the Moon Pearl for Dark World Access pretty quick. It was under 20 minutes, I think. And then I got my first sword out of Hype Cave.
Initiate.
2 more swords in the village. So I ended up going in there with Tempered Sword into Thieves Town. Did that. Went up into Skullwoods. Got the boots and the book. Beat Desert, which didn't have anything. From there, I got the mitts out of Bonk Rocks after Desert. Then checked Eastern. Sequence broke the mirror. Then went into Pod, did everything there, beat Eastern. At that point, I had 4 crystals. Yeah, I started at Hype Cave uh instead of the village, so I ended up going in there first. That's what my first sword was, but two swords in the village was kind of nice. Oh, first sword at 14, so I got into the Dark World early, like 14, under 15 minutes, at least in game time. Yeah, everything on Temperate Sword. I didn't go into a dungeon until I had Temperate Sword. Yeah, that makes sense. Like I said, I got lucky in that I went to Eastern, sequence broke that mirror without the lamp, then went in and immediately got the lamp, so put it back in logic. But yeah, if you don't get to, I mean, you got the boots early, which was good. But if you don't get that mirror early, and honestly, there's not a ton of reason to go to Eastern or Pod without the bow. I just kind of got lucky that I did it the way I did it. Yeah, so you sequence broke Death Mountain then to get the bow in Hookshot Cave first. Because I think Flute was up there too. So unless you got the lamp first, you would have had to have sequence broke, right? 135.30 per time, so that's not bad. Could have been a little better if I had. I mean, hard call to make, but to go into TR after getting the hook shot and the flute, hoping that A, Ether was in there, and B, you needed it for Meyer. I don't know if I would. I don't know anybody that would have made that call. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would have done anything too much differently. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So if your options were pod or sequence breaking the mountain, which had what 30 checks between light and dark world, I mean that's that's a pretty solid choice, just density wise. So I get it. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense because with flute and hook up there, you knew lamp had to be somewhere below, and if that was your only option, then that's it. All right, 135.30, pretty good time. Can't complain. I think there's a couple sub 130s. There's that one sub 120, which is insane. Wonder what I have to see what their comments say because I'm curious. I didn't really say too much. What you saw? Oh yeah, because you got flips on right side of pod. That's true. Although I don't know how. I'm not sure how that works. Like if you're logically expected to do that first or go to the back. I don't know. But yeah, I mean that does open up more places it could be. It could also be on any like it could be on Hobo or up in Zora too at that point. But I guess you probably had already done that. But yeah, the flippers opened up a good amount of stuff. I mean, pod in general with bow, lamp, and flips opened up a lot. All right, I think that's it for me. This was a good one to come back to. Haven't done one of these Reddit seeds in a while. Lamp only locks maze and boss. Oh, and pod, yeah. Yep. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I understand sequence breaking the mountain. I almost did it, but I was like, yeah, I'm already. I'd done Eastern first, thinking Eastern was earlier in the sphere progression, so there's probably something there. And it turns out you are expected to go into pod to get the lamp, to then go into Eastern to get that mirror and get everything else. But I got the mirror first, and then was like, you know what, I'm here. I might as well just bop down to the portal and go into pod. And that actually turned out to be pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I was okay with lampless, but obviously I'm not going to turn down the lamp. But I was prepared. I was actually talking about it. I think I'm not sure if I was in Eastern or Pod, but it definitely brought up like, oh, I really only need it for Meyer and Pod, and I feel good. I could probably do both of them without, so I wasn't super concerned about the lamp. It's funny, I did mention what's up. Oh, good night. Seeing the moan and yeah, I did mention like, oh, imagine if the lamp is like fire rod locked in the U-shaped room in Pod, and then opened up the chest right above it, and it was right there. And I was like, well, you can't make this stuff up. Yeah, what didn't we find? We didn't find the last sword. We didn't find the last male upgrade, which is whatever. No mushroom, no burna, no half magic. Yeah, it's kind of a weird seed because I mean, at least for me, like I wasn't sure if I was in go mode or not, and the only way to check it was to go to the mountain to get the flute to then go back to Meyer, realize you don't or you don't have what you need, then go back up to Death Mountain to get it. CR was 166. So that's pretty close. That's pretty close. Yeah, that one wasn't too bad. That one wasn't too bad. I might end up running the Kaz boots tomorrow night. I'm gonna try to anyways. We'll see how it goes. But I think for now that's gonna do it. I'll get this uploaded and posted to the Reddit page. Yeah, I mean it's just the way it goes. Sometimes you right order things, and sometimes it's a little bit slower if you go the other way. But it is what it is. I'm sure next week you'll have me. I think up till this one, the last couple ones I've run, you beat me by a couple of minutes. So we'll figure it out, and then maybe we'll have to get in the works for some kind of multi world with us, Bagel, maybe Zax. But we'll get something going, I'm sure. But that'll do it. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate the chats. I will talk to you all later. Maybe tomorrow night. We'll see. See how the day goes. Have a good night. See you later.